Sorry I'm late, I just don't give a Surprise, surprise, The king is back!
The UFC fans have waited 5 years for Conor McGregor, and now he is finally coming back on July 11th, 2026, UFC 329 against Max Holloway in Las Vegas.
He should have killed me when he had the chance, because now I'm back and I'm going to kill you and your whole team. You and them bitch kids.
Is this a comeback, or is this the greatest shock the UFC has ever seen? We will find out soon. The night everything fell apart, UFC 264, a broken leg, and the man who once said he would never be stopped, never be finished on his feet, left on a stretcher in the worst possible way. People wrote him off immediately. Some of the doubters were loud. Joe Rogan said it on his podcast, straight up. He said, not a single athlete has ever come back from a shin break like that and performed at the same level.
This Conor McGregor fight in July is going to be bananas. It's going to be bananas. I mean, people are going to go crazy for the return of Conor McGregor because he's a giant personality.
Anderson Silva tried. Anderson Silva was never the same, and Rogan used that as his example. But now McGregor has a point to prove, not just to the doubters, but to the prove himself. 4 years of chaos. Between 2021 and now, it was not just the injury keeping McGregor out. This man's life became a headline machine, and not always the good kind. He spent years away from competition, while his physique changed dramatically. Fighters noticed it. Joe Rogan noticed it. Fans on social media noticed it. His body looked different, bigger, more muscular, and that raised questions about what was happening behind closed doors during the recovery. And those questions just got louder this week. Days before UFC 329, the New York Times dropped a report claiming McGregor used banned substances while recovering from that broken leg. The report centers around his surgeon, Dr. Neil Elatrash, who oversaw the repair. McGregor's team defended the treatments as medical necessity, but USADA, which was handling UFC testing at the time, denied a therapeutic use exemption for it. 10 sports doctors and trauma surgeons were interviewed for that report, and not a single one of them could point to any professional athlete who had ever been granted that kind of exemption for a broken bone. And then there was the USADA mess. McGregor missed 3 drug test collections in 2024, June 13th, September 19th, and September 20th. The UFC announced in October 2025 that he accepted an 18-month sanction for those missed tests. That ban ended March 20th, 2026. Since then, DFSI, the new testing body, has tested him 12 times in 2026 alone. 12 times. They are not letting this one slide. He is the most watched fighter on the planet right now, and not just for his fighting. Oh, and the fight with Chandler? Cancelled. June 2024, UFC 303 was supposed to be the comeback. McGregor broke his toe in training camp. Broke it, hitting it on an elbow during a session where he was not wearing proper protective gear. He called it gut-wrenching. Fans called it a disaster. That was the moment a lot of people gave up on ever seeing McGregor fight again. Before we move on, subscribe our channel, GFC, for more breakdowns. Why Max Holloway changes everything. So why does this fight matter so differently from anything that was booked before? Why is McGregor versus Holloway the one that actually feels real? Because Max Holloway is not a tune-up. Let that sink in for a second. This is the former featherweight champion. This is the BMF title holder. This is the man with wins over Jose Aldo twice, Justin Gaethje, Brian Ortega, Chan Sung Young, Frankie Edgar. Holloway is a proven elite-level fighter, stepping up to welterweight for the first time in his UFC career. And he is being matched against a man coming back from 5 years away. That matchup on paper is wild. They fought once before. August 2013, Boston, early in both their careers. McGregor won a unanimous decision, but that was 13 years ago. Both men were completely different fighters. Holloway was a kid. McGregor was an unknown. Everything about that context is gone. What remains is the name and the rematch. And here is the thing about Holloway that makes this fight dangerous for McGregor. Max does not fade. He gets better as fights go on. His volume is relentless. His chin is tested and proven. He does not get discouraged. He does not get rattled by trash talk. He smiles during fights. That is the problem McGregor faces. A guy who is battle-hardened at the highest level, returning to someone who has not competed since his leg snapped on live TV. Holloway's most recent fight was a loss to Charles Oliveira via grappling and ground control at UFC 326. But standing up, Holloway still looked dangerous. McGregor is not a wrestler. This fight will be decided on the feet, and Holloway on the feet is no joke. McGregor will return as a nightmare. But let us say McGregor shows up. Let us say he looks sharp. Let us say that left hand still has the stopping power it used to. Then who in the welterweight and lightweight divisions is sleeping easy right now? Nobody, not a single fighter. Think about what McGregor's return does to the entire 155 and 170 pound landscape. The lightweight division right now is stacked. Islam Makhachev on top. A whole tier of contenders fighting over position. Even Makhachev, when asked about McGregor's return, admitted it was a tough matchup stylistically. That is the lightweight champion acknowledging the threat. You do not say that about someone you are not at least a little concerned about. Usman Nurmagomedov publicly expressed skepticism about whether McGregor...
This guy, he's like this. He's here. It's like this for me, like this. I'm 184.
would even show up for UFC 329. That kind of talk from fighters tells you something. Some of them genuinely do not know what version of Conor McGregor is going to walk through that Octagon door. And that uncertainty alone is power. When fighters are unsure what they are facing, that is already half the battle for McGregor before the first punch is thrown. Dustin Poirier has to be watching closely too. He beat McGregor twice. He ended the last fight by medical stoppage when the leg broke. But a restored, dangerous McGregor is a totally different conversation. Poirier knows better than anyone what McGregor is capable of when everything is clicking. That left hand, that timing, that pressure. Those are things that do not just disappear, even with years away. Why the world is still watching? Conor McGregor has one win since 2016. One, a 40-second knockout of Donald Cerrone in January 2020, who at that point was in the middle of a 6-fight losing streak. In competitive, high-level fights against elite opponents, McGregor has struggled. Poirier stopped him twice. Khabib submitted him. The results are there in black and white. But results have never been the only thing that drives Conor McGregor's pull. It is the spectacle. It is the walk. It is the left hand that ended Jose Aldo's reign in 13 seconds. It is the two-division championship. It is the press conferences that nobody forgets. McGregor is a fighter, yes, but he is also an event. And when he walks into T-Mobile Arena on July 11th during International Fight Week, that arena is going to be electric in a way that almost nothing else in sport can match. That is real. That is not manufactured. That is what 5 years away from the Octagon builds. His coach, John Kavanagh, confirmed earlier this year that McGregor is fully committed to this return. He said Conor was back in the gym every morning, training with energy and purpose, but he had given Kavanagh a full schedule to ramp up the preparation leading into July.
Like a lot of times he comes to the gym, he's bringing, the family are coming down. It's a bit of a, it's a family day out, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
Kavanagh said, and these are basically his words, if it is Conor's choice, he is in. That quote matters because it means the champ believes in this. If McGregor wins and looks good doing it, the entire sport shifts. Championship conversations restart immediately. If he loses, it could genuinely be the last time we see him fight at a relevant level. Either way, the MMA world gets an answer it has been waiting 5 years for. Drop a comment below. Do you think McGregor shocks the world? Or does Holloway end the comeback story? Hit the like button and subscribe to GFC for more updates.